Welcome to Comrade Media, invaluable treasures of incredible India. As we discussed in the last episode, the Geographical Indications Registry is set up for administration of the Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999 with the object to provide registration and better protection of geographical indications relating to goods. The GI registry is situated at Chennai. As we have already discussed, as of September 2019, there exist 370 geographical indications of India, including 14 foreign geographical indications. Geographical indications are part of our collective and intellectual heritage that needs to be protected and promoted. These invaluable resources rooted in Indian traditions deserve to be shared with people across the globe. Comrade Media takes a humble initiative to take these Indian masterpieces to a whole new level, establishing the foundation for an Atmanirbhar Bharat. So, we kindly request you to share this information with the world. In the last episode, we discussed on the GIs or geographical indications of Kerala. Today, we shall discuss on the geographical indications of Tamil Nadu. Dindigul Lock. Lock manufacturing is an old and popular cottage industry in Dindigul district. So much so that Dindigul is also known as the Lock City. As per folklore, this industry was established 150 years ago by the Sankaralinkachari brothers in iron-rich district of Dindigul. Both the 1906 by Francis and 1960 guesses by B.S. Balika speak of this industry. More than the written records, use of trusted Dindigul lock in ancient temples around the region indicate the product's antiquity. Each lock is handmade and entire process is manual. Unlike the Aligarh UP locks, no machine-made process is involved here. The process is based on craftsmanship, memory, and thus each lock is unique in design and system. The locksmiths manufacture 3 to 5 locks each day, which shows the care and skill which is going into each piece. There are many varieties of Dindigul lock. The Vichitra lock needs 3 keys to unlock. The Netri lock has 2 keys, which confuses. The Manga Putu or the mango shaped lock continues to be the most popular. Customers can also order locks as per their requirement. A traditional secrecy is maintained in the lock manufacturing process. Kodaikanal Malai Pundu. Kodaikanal Malai Pundu has pungent taste and odor. Bulbs are usually pale yellow with a purple tinge. Copper plate inscriptions have been found which refer to certain territories in Kodaikanal as Vellai Pundu Kandam, meaning the garlic continent. The Vadugapatti market, now in the adjoining district of Theni, has been one of the established garlic trading center. Kodaikanal Malai Pundu is an excellent herbal medicine as it is rich in antioxidants and organosulfur compounds. Pundu rasam is prepared with pepper and Kodaikanal Malai Pundu to cure digestive issues. Individual garlic clove is rubbed over a bad headache. Pundu legium is a medicinal paste prepared with Malai Pundu for post-delivery healing. It is hard-neck garlic which can be preserved easily by hanging from low ceilings of smoke-filled kitchens. When properly stored, the Malai Pundu lasts for 8 to 11 months and thus unlike other garlic varieties, Malai Pundu can be sold round the year. The Sirumalai Hill Banana. The Sirumalai Hill banana are small to medium sized. After ripen, they are bright yellow in color with greenish tinge at end of the stem. The ripe hill bananas has a delicious and distinct sweet taste. Valaipalam banana, Pallapallam jackfruit and Mapala mango are known as Mugaingal. These fruits which are popular across Tamil Nadu for their cultural and medicinal value. Sirumalai banana is essential ingredient of Panchamridam, which is offered to Lord Muruga at Palani temple. It is also a good shade plant for coffee farms in Sirumalai region. Locals say that Sirumalai banana will never go bad as its taste increases as it ages. Even when the peel goes dark, the fruit inside will be perfectly fine. The Panchamridam Arulmigu Danta Yudapani Swami temple, Palani, is only made with Sirumalai and Virupakshi hill banana. This gives cultivators a predictable demand center. Apart from that, Sirumale banana is locally much sought after due to its sweet taste. Based on feedback given by cultivators, it seems Sirumale banana fetches 3 to 40% more compared to regular variety. Compared to Virupakshi, Sirumale banana's sweetness gets increased in post-harvest stage. Ethamozhi tall coconut. The Ethamozhi variety comes under the East Coast tall variety of coconut. It can grow to a length of about 30 meters or 100 feet. It is an indigenous variety of coconut palm and it is resistant to various pests and disease which affects other varieties such as dwarf ones. It grows well in saline and red soil and it is largely unirrigated in the district. Now comes the Salem silk. The uniqueness of Salem Venpattu, white silk, was recognized and granted GI mark in 2008. Salem Venpattu silk dhotis are produced from the immemorial by the local traditional weaving community known as Saurashtra community. The silk dhotis of Salem are justly famed for their luster, whiteness, technical excellence and novelty of border designs like Nagachattai, Kammal, diamond with Roja, Muttu with gold pattu, etc. At the time of manufacturing, Salem silk dhotis are white in color. After washing, they will be gradually changed to light sandal color and thereafter deep yellow color as it was in the beginning state of silk yarn before bleaching. The chief attraction of the Salem silk dhoti is its luster. It is believed that the water used in the region is responsible for enhancing the luster to raw silk and may be one of the reasons for the whiteness and shining of the silk dhoti. The jari in the border and pallu in the form of kampi is also unique. White silk Venpattu dhoti is woven from mulberry silk, famous for its softness and luster, whiteness, technical excellence and novelty of border design. It is mainly hand woven on pit loom or raised pit loom by the Saurashtra community in the Salem district. Pure sari or half fine sari is used in the borders of dhotis, which is unique to the product. Border design in extra wrap is woven with the help of lattice dobe. Average weight of the dhoti is 250 gram. These dhotis are mainly used in marriages like cultural and other traditional festivals. It is also used as attes for deities during pujas. Other than dhotis, silk shirts and silk towel, scarves, etc. are also made using Salem Venpattu. Pathamade mat. Pathamade pai or mat is a GI registered product of Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Pathamade mat is famous worldwide for its unique features like softness, flexibility, health benefits like having cooling effects on the body, etc. The mat is made from a local variety of grass called Korai grass, which grows naturally in the banks of Tamirbarani river. The mat got GI registered in the year 2013. The history of Pathamade mat dates back to more than 200 years. The local Muslim community called the Labais is involved in the mat weaving for centuries. This being a handmade mat, most of them are hand woven by women in the household. Initially, the entire household was involved in the weaving process. Now, the women are involved in manufacturing and men are involved in the marketing process. The mat plays an important role in the life of a Hindu. The mat is considered auspicious in most of the Hindu rituals like engagement, marriage, etc. And the mat has a worldwide reputation and was gifted to notable personalities like Queen Elizabeth. There are around 300 families involved in the mat manufacturing. Most of them are home-based units. It takes around 15 days to complete a single mat. The cost of the mat varies depending on the size and design. Arni silk. In the 15th century, the Vijayanagar Empire got extended to North Arcot district under the rule of Kumar Kampana. The introduction of rule of Vijayanagar Empire saw massive changes in language, dress and culture in this area. Vijayanagar kings started promoting small industries and one such industry was silk production in Arni and Kanchipuram. Devikapuram and Vadamadimankalam temple scriptures shows the history of Arni silk sarees. The quality of the silk sarees gradually improved in the British time. In 2007, it was awarded the GI tag. The designs are inspired by seasons and uses pure gold and silver saree. There are two types of Arni silk sarees, namely brocade, which have intricate designs along with extra weft, and Jankalya type, which have relatively soft fabric and come in fancy colors. Arni silk is majorly produced in Arni town, situated 60 km from the district headquartered at Thiruvallamalai. Now, the production has also spread to nearby areas like Sevur, Mullipattu, Munugupattu, Sirumani, Devigapuram and Irumpet. Due to prevalence of silk manufacturing heirlooms, it is also often called as Arni Silk City. The area employs nearly 35,000 artisans. The Arni Handloom Silk Park is a project that has been envisaged in 2018 as a 20 to 25 acre facility which will be a one-stop facility to manufacture Arni silk sarees. In the next episode, we shall discuss on the geographical indications of Andhra Pradesh.